here, on the very rim of known space, justice is a long way away.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Space Game Junkie Podcast. I am always your... A great start. I, as always, am your co-host, Brian. And joining me, as always, is your co-host, Spaz.
Remember, folks, alcohol isn't always the answer, but it is always a solution.
What was that thing in The Good Place? If I have a problem, I throw a Molotov, and then I have a different problem. I think that's how that goes. Yeah, that's one of my favorite bits. Also joining us is your co-host, Julie.
Hello from a bright, warm, sunny day in the suburbs of Chicago, where, at least where I am, there's no ice on my lawn.
May it stay that way. Also joining us is your co-host, Thorsten.
Hello, and I disagree with Spaz. Alcohol isn't enough anymore.
Well, I didn't say it's enough, but I did say it's a solution.
Gee. So sadly, Jacob is under the weather. He's not going to be able to join us today. I hope he feels better. I think he'll be in the chat at the very least. But yeah, apparently, has no voice. It's hard to do a podcast when you don't have a voice. I'm a little scratchy myself for some reason. I don't even know why. So friends, we're sometimes we do these check-ins because I don't feel like doing anything. I don't feel like doing any homework. And so these check-ins are, one, good for everyone's mental health. I think it's good to talk about how we're doing and what we're playing. And also a very easy podcast. Right now, that's what I need. So in these check-ins, we usually talk about what we're playing and how we're doing. So I will start. If you're looking at the stream, you will see that I am playing Mega Fortress. And I started Mega Fortress for our Flight Sim Fridays a couple weeks ago, and I ran into one mission that is driving me absolutely crazy, called MiG Evasion. And a MiG is sent to intercept you, and you're supposed to evade it. I've played this mission now at least a dozen times. The MiG always knows where you are every time. And so what you're supposed to do is not get hit by missiles, I guess, that shoots at you, and try and get away. And I've managed to do that once out of like a dozen attempts. So I am worried that the game, if all the enemies have this level of magic, and I hope they won't. I hope it's just for this mission. This is what I've been obsessed with the last at least week is Mega Fortress. I've played so much Mega Fortress because this mission takes 45 minutes to an hour to do, and I've done it so many times because I want to try and get away from this MiG, and I'm trying to learn how to be stealthy in this stealthy enhanced B-52 bomber, and it's difficult. And I did it, like I said, I did it once, and I haven't been able to recapture that magic. So I've been obsessed, and I've been reading the manual. The manual it's a good manual. It's got a strategy and tactics guide, which is helpful, but it's not as helpful as like a full-blown strategy guide would be. And also the description of this mission is a little vague. Like, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to get away from the MiG once it discovers me, or if I'm supposed to not have the MiG find me at all. But from what I've seen, the MiG always finds me because it matches my altitude. It's always heading for me. I've not been able to avoid it. So I think what happens is I think it's supposed to get close enough to shoot at me, and I'm supposed to evade its missiles. And as you will see on the stream, in the background there, I am not successful. I always appreciate a 90s game where you can die in a training mission. Because you will die if you get shot down. Your character will die. And that's it. This is not a quote unquote simulation. You will get shot down, which is why I think this is so funny, because it's a training mission. You will die. Very 90s difficulty. Very, very 90s difficulty. But I'm soldiering on because I am obsessed with getting this game right. I'm obsessed with it because I love this game. I did it back in the day. I finished all these missions back in the day, back in 91 and 92. I almost didn't graduate high school because of this game. So I did it 30 some years ago. So I know I could do it again today. I know I can. But it's
You just have to find a convenient skybush to hide behind.
that's the problem. I wish there was. There's nothing to hide behind. It's Nevada. It's flat desert. There are some mountains like in the beginning. Like maybe I got to weave through those mountains that are right in the beginning. But right near the waypoints where the plane actually intercepts me, nothing. It's just flat ground. So it's like, okay, I'm not quite sure what to do here. So
It's how not to be seen aerial edition.
basically, but I want to get good at this because this game is fascinating. It is basically F-19 on steroids, and I want to get good at it again because it's an amazing game. There's nothing else like it, and I figure if I can get good at Starfleet 2, I can get good at this. But that also took a lot of practice, you know. But besides that, things are mostly okay. Since Nicole graduated from grad school and got her master's, things have settled down. Like I'm not doing all the cooking and cleaning anymore. Finally splitting the work again. Nice. And I joined the Democratic Socialists of America a couple of months ago, and I'm slowly getting more involved with that. So that's been very interesting. I went to the chapter meeting last month. It was my first chapter meeting, and watching how they vote on things and calling each other comrade and everything, it was just fascinating. It's been an interesting experience so far, and I'm looking forward to. No, Thorsten, I would be the worst. I would be the worst politician in the world. I would be a terrible.
Maybe.
No, I would be.
Maybe, but
I don't have a good memory. I don't talk very well. I'm very shy, and
You also have trouble with the big picture, so that's a problem too.
Yeah, and I'm not good at lying. So so I would be an absolutely terrible politician. 100% terrible.
right. You've got a couple of guys here in your currently here who have literacy experience. So no problem. Compared to the guys that's currently doing it, it could only be better.
Well, no,
much better.
I think to get to where they are, you have to have no empathy. I think to get to where they are, you have to be a sociopath.
That's true.
And I can't shut off my empathy. So yeah, I could never, like, I think that if I ever ran for anything, I could probably get on a school board. Maybe. Maybe. So that's been interesting.
Interestingly, that's how a lot of them have gotten their experience. They started by getting elected to school boards, and then they springboard that to state office.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
Yeah.
I know school boards are a first stepping stone for a lot of people, but apparently being on a school board has become a lot more treacherous these past few years. So I don't know. But yeah, I feel fortunate that for the most part things are at home pretty good. I mean, in America, not so much, but here at home, knock on IKEA wood, things are okay. I'm playing other games too, like on my tablet and stuff, but for the last week or so, it's Mega Fortress that has absolutely been my obsession. Like before that, I was playing a good amount of Wobbly Life, which if you haven't seen the stream, go just go get Wobbly Life. I'm not kidding. It is an astounding game. I usually don't play like physics, sandboxy things like that. I usually don't care, but Wobbly Life has a space section that's amazing, but the gameplay itself is just so good that I can't help but recommend it. It's just such an amazing thing. But yeah, if I wasn't obsessed with Mega Fortress, that's probably what I would be right now. So Baz, how are you doing and what are you playing? Oh, and by the way, chat, don't hesitate to chime in with what you're playing and how you're doing. We want to hear from you too. So Spaz, how are you doing and what are you playing?
well, not so fun health issues aside, which I won't go into detail about. Been playing a lot of, and streaming here on Discord. A lot of roguelikes. And I've been on a stronger than usual roguelike kick lately. Main one I want to talk about is one that I got you playing just yesterday as we streamed this.
That Dead Zone thing?
Dead Zone Rogue.
Yeah. I got a copy of that to stream, and then I saw the spidery things. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to stream this. But you have dissuaded me in the other direction. I am definitely going to stream it now because I was shocked at how good it was. And the spidery things because when the time they get close to you, they're blowing up. So you really don't get like creepified from them, you know? So yeah, so it's mostly fine.
There are only a couple enemies I think that would twinge your reaction to spiders, and you won't encounter them until much later in the game.
Okay. But
on the other hand, by that point, you'll probably be used to it to the point where it doesn't really bother you.
Yeah. And so yeah, Dead Zone Rogue, you guys, it's a first person shooter. Well, Spaz, you're talking. Why don't you go into it?
Yeah, it's it is a roguelike where every run, it's a roguelite, excuse me, in which, first person shooter, the combat is in some ways very similar to Cyberpunk.
It does.
In that it's fluid and frenetic, and yet
you were right about that.
You can get into a flow state.
Sorry to interrupt, but you were right about that. When you mentioned the combat felt like Cyberpunk, when I started playing, I'm like, I see exactly what he's saying. Yeah, this feels very much like a firefight in Cyberpunk, which is a good thing, which is a compliment because we love Cyberpunk. You were absolutely right about that. That's what got me to try it when you mentioned Cyberpunk, by the way. That's what got me to try it.
Yeah, it also reminded me of another game that we streamed back when we were still doing co-op on this channel, and that is Arc Runner.
Oh,
do you remember that?
Yes, that was that. You're on a spaceship.
It's a three. Yeah, it's a 3-person. You're on a spaceship.
We did it with David.
3-person co-op.
We did it with David.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun. I was honestly sad when we got to the end of the content for that one. I remember that. I was honestly sad about that.
Yeah, so I would describe it for those who have played either of those other two games. If you haven't played Dead Zone Rogue, that's sort of what you'll expect.
Yeah, I'm with you on Dead Zone Rogue. I was like I said, I was nervous about it, but then you recommended it, and when you recommended it, and my proclivity for arachnophobia, I'm like, all right, it can't be that bad if you're actually recommending it.
If you can handle the EDF spiders, which I know you could.
Yeah, they're basically,
the description here is.
They're little robotic tick-like things, and they're very similar to these little robotic tick-like bombs in Titanfall 2. Very similar look in that regard. Those didn't twinge me either. So I was very excited to. Now I want to play Titanfall 2. Oh God. But yeah, Arc Runner is also a great game. Did they ever finish that one? Did that ever come out of early access?
Let me check.
What is up with my voice? I don't know what's up. It looks like it did. It looks like it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it was never in early access.
Oh, so we just must have got through it quick. We didn't spend a lot of sessions.
We did get through it pretty quick.
Yeah, it was like 5-6 hours.
We got through all of it.
Yeah,
give or take
5-6 hours, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if they have a new game mode or whatnot, or I don't know how you keep the replayability up, or if you even need to. But yeah, that was a fun one. But yeah, Dead Zone Rogue. I mean, the weapons feel great. I like the variety of the weapons. I like
huge variety of weapons.
I like how melee combat actually matters. Like a lot of first person shooters have melee combat, but it's kind of like you're never going to use it, But here you use it. At least I did very frequently.
Especially if you get that one upgrade for melee that the first level of it, when you get it, it gives you 5 seconds of stealth after you make a melee kill.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet. Oh, the one I always take is the sniper one. I love the sniper one, the aiming one.
Sniper one's good.
Yeah.
But you can also get the upgrade that gives you 5 seconds of melee or stealth after a melee kill. So the cool part about that is some weapons have a really long reload time. So what you do is you wait until you're basically out of ammo, you make the melee kill, and while you are in stealth, that's when you time your reload.
That sounds great.
As long as you don't fire in that time, you don't break your stealth. And you can even make another melee kill in that time, which will reveal you for about 2 seconds before the stealth kicks back in. And then you can finish the reload if you need to. That's an option. I've done that a lot.
Okay, that sounds awesome.
And then anyone hearing this is probably thinking, hey, wait, that sounds a bit like Cyberpunk 2. Yeah, that's why I made the comparison.
Yeah. There's a lot of cyberpunkiness in this, but it's good. It's got those survivor elements that we love with the meta upgrades and the internal.
Well, not really
upgrades.
bullet hell, but it's in that vein of you pick from 3 upgrades.
Yeah, it's got that. It's got that survivor style progression, is what I was talking about. That kind of, here's an upgrade, you pick from a choice of 3, and you move on to whatever the next one is. Hey, Jose. No, sadly the whole gang is not here. I mean, Jacob might be in the chat, but sadly the whole gang is not here. We are missing Jacob. He's not feeling well.
He's under the weather.
Yeah. But that's okay. So yeah, that game is a lot. What else? What other roguelikes have you, or lights or whatever, have you been playing besides that one?
Okay, I got 2 more to talk about.
Okay. Okay.
This one that I'm about to mention is, it's a little bit like Risk of Rain 2, where it's got that, third-person camera and swarms of enemies around you.
I know which one you're going to talk about. I know which one you're going to talk about.
It's a fun game called Mega Bonk.
Oh my God. That game is both amazing and hilarious. It's amazing, hilarious, and infuriating all at the same time. All at the same time.
I'll agree there. I will absolutely agree there. There are loads of characters to unlock, lots of weapons to unlock, lots of upgrades to unlock, and it does not take itself seriously. In fact, there is an upgrade you can get that has a tiny % chance to instantly kill a non-elite or boss enemy, and when it triggers off, because it's a 1 or 2% chance, it has a very significant bonk sound that plays like a hammer, like a rubber mallet kind of bonk sound that plays when it actually triggers off and kills an enemy. It is brilliant and infuriating, and I've not made it past the second area.
I haven't even gotten past the first. I always die, because I've gotten close.
Well, that's where the meta upgrades come in.
Yeah, exactly. I have not yet passed the first one because eventually either a swarm gets me or a boss gets me. It's one of those two.
Well, yeah, I mean, the whole goal is you have a limited amount of time to find the boss and to kill it. So the trick is to first find the boss area and then become strong enough through upgrades in order to be able to kill the boss and then get out before the final swarm comes in and kills you.
Yeah. And that's very difficult. It's very, very difficult. But yeah, that's a really good one. If you guys haven't played that one, Mega Bonk. Oh, absolutely fantastic. Again, infuriating, but in the best way. When you die, you'll be like, it never feels unfair. Like, it's an infuriating game because like
it always feels like your fault.
Yeah, you'll die from a swarm or something. But I've died so many times, but never once has it felt unfair to me. Never once.
Yeah.
Which is impressive because it so easily could. But they did some magic here where they give you so many tools and toys to play with that like they give you what you need. It's just a skill issue, and you know it's a skill issue, and you're like, yeah, that was me.
It even says at the death screen,
yes.
him dead, maybe skill issue is what it asks.
Yeah, that's right. Excuse me. Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one, you guys. Yeah, Megabonk is fantastic. What's the other one you were?
And the last one I wanted to talk about for this is a game that is in the same vein as Balatro and Luck Be a Landlord, and it's Clover Pit.
Oh, I've heard of this one.
Yeah, Clover Pit is really interesting because you are in a very small room with a slot machine, and it takes inspiration from both Balatro and Luck Be a Landlord in the respect that you have to earn a certain amount of money in order to make it to the next stage. And then when you make it to the next stage, the amount that is required for the next stage goes up. So you mitigate this cost with charms that you get that are bought with the second currency. So you can get some really broken combinations of charms if you are lucky enough. And as you progress through the game, you unlock more charms. Eventually, you unlock starting conditions which challenge you for the entirety of the run, where it gives you one benefit and one debuff for the entirety of the run. And that can change up how you play. So, for example, one of them, it makes charms cheaper to buy in the shops, but you have one fewer charm slot in which to place them. So you can acquire charms more easily, but you have to make better use of the ones that you get. There are ways to increase the number of charms you have, and there are ways to increase the payout for certain patterns or for certain symbols on the slot machine. But if you ever fail the final deadline round, you get dropped down a hole. There's a grate which is underneath you. It's a trap door. It opens up. You die. You have to start all over again. And you just keep on progressing until you eventually get through. I haven't been completely through yet, but I am getting there. And it's so fun.
Game sounds like a torture chamber in hell.
It does, but you've seen me stream it here.
I've watched you play it. It looks like a torture chamber in hell.
Yeah. It seems like the kind of thing you'd make as a torture chamber in hell for someone who would bankrupt a casino.
Well, there's a demo. I'm gonna try it.
We should also mention the video you posted a few days ago.
Oh yeah. Yeah, in our image and meme channel, I have posted a video from the cleric, the German guys playing Clover Pit. It is very hilarious. Yeah, it's worth watching if you haven't watched it already.
Definitely gonna get the demo. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna try that demo.
It's a great game. It's $9. It's $9 right now. Brian, I would say just get it. Just get it.
Oh,
you will enjoy it.
All right.
Trust me on this one.
Oh,
well, I mean, you generally trust my recommendations on these things.
I do.
Yeah,
I do. Yes, I do. do. All right. It's in my cart. Fair enough. You got me. Yeah, people blame me for ruining their wallets. I can blame you sometimes.
Yes, you certainly can.
It's a joint effort, folks. We're all here to ruin your wallet. We're all here to have your money go to great game developers. So I hope your health issues get better, whatever they are. Because that sucks.
Yeah, I just don't want to detail them on screen.
Of course not. Of course not. No, I wouldn't ask you to. But I'm sure we're all pulling for whatever it is to get better. All right, Julie, how are you doing and what are you playing?
Well, two professions. The first one makes me stressed out. I tell you how it's doing. I will only say all you have to do is read the news, and mostly I can't take the target off my back. It's there pretty firmly. Otherwise, I'd tell you how it's doing. Second job, author, my first novel, finally, after all this time of going through rights and rewrites and publishers, I have finished my final edit.
Ooh.
It has gone for, I didn't even know what a technical review format was, but apparently someone in the publisher has to format this for publication. Front cover is done, back cover is done. My sister, who is a professional graphic artist, is now doing the illustrations for the inside of the book. They have to be in line because the publisher says it's otherwise, they said for a paperback, it makes the paperback too expensive to publish. They've asked me to come up with some examples of advertisements, for some things out of the book, like little mock-ups, and it's like there's this one little mock-up in one point where this guy is looking out the back window of a prison, and he sees his ex-wife, the model, on a bulletin board, and he's complaining to his grandfather he's in prison with, and I won't go into the whole thing, but my grandfather looks at him and says, well, son, if the man she ran off with owns the company, that doesn't exactly make him a vacuum cleaner salesman. And things like that. There are some serious issues in the book, which I won't get into, but it's written so that, they're an analogy, so it kind of sneaks up on you. The book is very much, it's like, and I've had people tell me this who saw the book, and they said, yeah, it's very much like a Douglas Adams book in that regard.
Oh, okay.
And in which another author told me that. So it's taken a long time to get to this point, and it feels really good to get to the point where, hey, near future is going to be coming out. So that's my second profession. The publisher has me working on the second book now, which is pretty much getting close to done, and which done means then it starts all the edits, which take a long time. I used to think when you wrote a book, that was it. Not even close. Anyway, what I've been playing are what I already have, our Sunday night gaming group. The problem when you have a static group, and especially if it's an MMO and people have started it at different points or have been able to devote more time to it when the static group isn't meeting, you end up with players all over as far as level-wise and story-wise.
Yeah.
And my sister said, well, I really want a game where we can all play together. So before all this garbage and crap started that's in the news now, we had all started to play Helldivers 2. Because this is, most everybody in the group already owned it, and I'm kind of a neophyte at this, and at first I've got arachnophobia just as bad as you do, if not more so, and I thought I wouldn't be able to play the bugs thing. The whole thing is obviously based on Starship Troopers, but the bugs are not at all like spiders, so I can handle it. And mostly would be battle robots, and so we've been playing a lot of Yes, for Super Earth for Democracy. And in fact, having played this game, I said they care so little about their soldiers. Having been in the military, I would no longer fight for democracy if I was in their little military. But it's a good game. It's tough getting used to some of the mechanics of the game, because it's some of the ones where you call down, like you can call in an airstrike, but what you have to do to call in an airstrike is I'm 69 and it takes me a while to do it. So anyway, but it's we got a lot of people of a lot of ages in our game groups. My reaction time is nowhere near as as good as it is as the 30-something that's in our group. Other than that, Hello Games finally put it's been on my Switch for some time, but they finally put the full No Man's Sky on Switch 2, the full game, including all the other players. And so I remember every time I play, I think about what you said at one point, and Julie was never heard from again. Now, I will admit there aren't as many. The thing is, the full game can only go on Switch 2 because of the graphic demands and not just the graphic demands, but some of the other mechanic, like the Switch 1 can't handle the settlements part of the game where you manage a little settlement. But Switch 2 can, because the Switch 2 is like about as powerful as a medium-priced PC. But, it runs through the battery really fast.
I'm sure. Oh my God.
But it also charges really fast. So
that's good.
But I mostly use the Switch 2 so I can game in the living room, because normally when I game in my own room here, the parrot that's behind me starts throwing things at me. Except for she's not throwing things at me now. I think she's a real fan of the podcast now.
Oh, good. What's your parrot's name?
Her name is Patty.
Hi, Patty.
With an I. I raised her from a little tiny baby bird. She had to be bottle fed. As she's an African Grey Timna, she has 2 guard dogs. Nobody get any ideas about stealing her. And the thing is, she was not kidnapped from Africa. She was born here in Minnesota and has her leg band to prove it. And she's about 25 now and under doctor's care for a couple of conditions. And she's a really smart bird, smarter than some of the people I've dated in my life. At one point when I stayed up too late, she just looked at me and said, "Shut the light and go to bed." I was so surprised I did. I was playing World of Warcraft at one point when she was a baby bird, and she looked at me and said, "I want to play." So I rolled up a hunter so she could have a character. Other than that, those are most of the 2 games I've been playing. I have 2077 on my Switch 2 since it came out. I got that for a present. And no matter what anybody tells you, if they say it doesn't run fine, it runs fine. I don't have any problems running it. I don't have any crashes. And if somebody says they don't like the developer, just thumb your nose at them. And it's called...
do people have a problem? Do people have a problem with the developer?
Sometimes they say, "Oh, well, it doesn't run as smooth as it should," and whatnot. And even if it didn't, it's not the developer's fault. That's the console's fault. But it does. It runs smooth as a bunny's butt, and I know bunny butts. I was a bunny caretaker in college, so. That's pretty much what I've been doing. Like I said, working on the second book, putting up with the stress. Before the end of the year, hopefully, we're going to be going away on our vacation. Sadly, all of us used to vacation. My friends used to vacation together, and as one of my best friends died over the summer. Yeah. And it's going to be kind of sad vacationing without her. However, the place where we vacation together, guy owns a place, was real good friends with my friend, and he's going to do like a little tribute to her. And at this dinner party, she was a real Star Trek fan, Klingon fan, and so he said somebody has memorized a toast to her in Klingon for a dinner party.
Oh, that's great.
Over vacation, which is nice.
That's great.
And that's how I've been doing.
I have tried several times to learn Klingon, and every time I try, I just bounce off it. It is a very difficult language.
Well, I was in a meeting once at work, and after the meeting was over with, And one of our attorneys looks at me and she said, "Do you really speak all those languages?" And I said, "No, just swear in them." I said, it's really handy to know how to swear in Klingon.
Yeah, I wish I could, but I I wish I could. It's a fast.
Klingon insults tend to be limited to things like your mother has a smooth forehead, and but my sister.
Good.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say it's a fascinating language to learn, and there are a lot of great insults. You were going to say, what were you going to say?
Well, there used to be this friend of a friend, the one who died, was a stage director. And they used to do this Klingon Christmas Carol every year. They now since stopped doing it, but one of his good friends was the guy who invented the Klingon language, and of course, when I found out, I was like, I knew the director, and I was sitting 2 rows behind him, and I was like, "He's right there! The guy who invented the language, he's right there!" Poking my friends, and so after the play was over with, I corralled the director who I knew backstage, and I said, "Look, you know what I do for a living. I want to know how to say petty bureaucrat in Klingon." And it's called Wahom, and it's always been useful.
What a great language. Okay, Thorsten, what about you? What are you doing? How are you doing, and what are you playing?
Okay. First off, because we left off with swearing, I would really love to swear in Chinese.
Kind of like Firefly. Kind of like
Firefly.
Yeah.
There was this one episode of Firefly where Jane did actually swear in Chinese for several minutes. I don't remember what episode it was, but it was such a funny scene in this moment. And I would really love to do it, but knowing that Chinese is an incredible difficult language to learn for a Westerner, that's simply not doable, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, what I was playing was actually not very much over the past weeks, because I've got a lot of problems, but I'm coming to that later on. And what I did play actually was a lot of Mountain Blade, and I'm sad that the ships DLC is delayed.
Oh,
basically indefinitely by now.
What?
Yeah, it's there's no publishing time, release time. Yeah, and I'm pretty sad about that. To be honest.
I think we talked about that recently, and you were pretty excited about it.
Yeah, but by now it's to be announced again. It's sad, but let's hope it comes something good out of this DLC. The other game I've played was that was one I bounced off when I bought it back then, and I'm enjoying it now much more than I did back then, and that is Galactic Mining Corp. I do link it in the chat, and that one I enjoyed a lot. It's a good game for. You don't have to think much about it when you're playing.
This one I played this ages ago. Well, 4 or 5 years. It's ages ago.
Yeah. It was released in 21. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I remember this.
I did bounce hard off this one because it was just too boring. But at that time, but now I really enjoy it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
Yeah. Yeah, that are basically the only games I'm playing currently. Maybe from time to time this mini aircraft air control thing.
Oh, what's that?
Mini Airways.
Mini Airways.
Mini Airways.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I have seen this.
Yes, there's also a demo for this game, and basically the demo is the base game with only three airports you can control.
I'm definitely trying.
Yeah, so you could take a look at it and see if you like this type of game without paying money for it.
Oh, good, because I got to give Steam credit for bringing back the demo. We got to give Steam a lot of credit for bringing back the demo, because for years there were no demos. There were no demos at all. Like no one was making demos. They were like a thing of the past. Like, oh, remember when magazines had a disc with all the demos on them? Back in the 90s.
True.
But now, like, thank gosh that thank the prophets that Steam is. That's one thing. I mean, I give Steam a lot of crap, but I also got to give them credit for this one thing. At least is bringing the demo back. Very awesome.
I mean, Steam isn't perfect, but
No.
they did over the years a lot of good things.
Yeah.
Compared to other companies.
Yeah.
We should keep that in mind. It's still a corporation.
Yeah, it's still a big evil corporation, but I think without them, PC gaming might have floundered. Like,
yes,
yes,
definitely,
because they were like, I worked in a video game store in the mid-aughts, and like, I saw the PC games getting less and less and less shelf space throughout the year I worked at the store. Like when I started, PC gaming had like a fairly large section, and then like when I left, it was like 1.5 walls in the back of the store, and that was it. So
I remember those times too.
Yeah, so Steam gets a lot of credit for really helping to save PC gaming. I'm not being hyperbolic either. I really think they saved PC gaming. Like, there were other digital distribution places before them. Like, and there were other places you can get digital games like Gamersgate and whatnot, but like none of them have the power of Steam. So like, yeah, I mean, we got to give Steam a lot of credit. Has everyone been chipping away at Space Pirates and Zombies? I've been chipping away a little bit here and there. What about you guys?
And one sec, Brian, before we jump into it, I want to add something here from what Torsten said. The release date of the War Sale DLC for Bannerlord is to be announced. But they just posted a dev blog last week on the 2nd about what's coming up in it. And it's a pretty extensive preview of what the ships look like and even their sails and customization. So there is something there. It just, they changed the release date. So they're still working on it. I don't think it's postponed indefinitely or anything like that. They just they probably had to delay it, and then they'll post up a new update on the release date when they have it.
Nice.
Hopefully.
But I'll even link it. It's a pretty big detailed update of how their progress is going on it.
Oh, that's good. The progress is being made. It's just, did they have a release date and then they removed it, or?
I thought they had a projected release date for November, I think.
No. The original release date was sometimes in July, and then they postponed it into September, and currently it's to be announced again.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
And given how it takes them a while to get anything published, I'm not terribly surprised. I don't know. I really don't think that they're going to cancel it, because look how long it took them to get Bannerlord out in the first place after a couple of years of delays.
That's true.
This is true.
And I didn't want to imply that that they postpone it or even cancel it. I was just a bit sour about the fact that it hasn't been released.
It's delayed.
Yet.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
completely
okay.
fair. That's completely fair. I'd be sour too if I was looking forward to something like that.
Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to it also.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, for me, it's a day one purchase as soon as I can get it. So
yeah, absolutely.
I know the feeling. Sorry, go ahead with the.
So I've been chipping away at Space Pirates and Zombies here and there. Like, I feel like I'm kind of stuck right now in it because I feel like I can't get to the next systems, but I need to get to the next systems to unlock better ships. So I might just restart. But I'm still enjoying it. It's an amazing game, and I can't wait for us to talk about it. But have you guys been chipping away at it at all?
Only a few minutes to be honest.
That's fine.
It's about my health that I don't get into it right now. But generally, I've got to say it's pretty good, and I'm sad I missed it out back then.
What about you?
I've started, and while its top down is not my really cup of tea, I appear to have a lot more time to devote to it now.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, the nice thing about it is it doesn't rush you. It doesn't push you. You can basically play at your own pace, because you can just keep grinding the missions as they come up on the map. So that is nice.
So a fun combination I'll throw at you all, since since you didn't play it back in the day like I did.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, obviously, I have my own ties to its development, but we can discuss that later. But a fun combination is particle cannons.
Oh, I just unlocked those.
Because
and yes, those are terrific.
Okay.
Yes, I just unlocked them.
So particle cannons have the fun aspect of being very versatile. They're one of the more versatile weapons in the game. And back then, I'd made a joke on the forums, and at least one person added it to their profile because of the joke I made, which was riffing on a song by They Might Be Giants, which was particle cannon, doing the things of particle cannon. So I coined that joke, and it's been kind of a thing ever since.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, man. So, yeah, Space Pirates and Zombies, folks, if you haven't played it, we're playing it in the background. And once we feel ready enough to talk about it, we're going to dedicate an episode. But probably that'll be in the new year. So speaking of upcoming episodes, we are going to do a quick spin the wheel for our next episode topic. There we go. Because I've got the last couple shows of the year already set, so we just need one topic. And that is going to be... technical marvels in gaming. What was I thinking when I chose
That's
this?
a good topic.
I think that'll be a fun topic. We'll just have to think about it. So that's going to be our next topic in 2 weeks. So that's going to be the 20. Is it 24th?
22nd.
Yeah, 22nd. So yeah, in 2 weeks we'll be talking about technical marvels in gaming, which once my brain gets a handle on that, I'm sure we could like talking about that as the day is long, because games have so many technical amazingness things that I could talk. So that's gonna do it for today, folks. Tomorrow, like I said earlier, we're going to be playing a game called... Never remember the name of the game that I'm going to be playing tomorrow. It's Red Tether, which is made by the same folks who made Hyperspace Deck Command that I played earlier today, which was very good. You missed that stream. So thanks for hanging out with us today. I hope you're all well. Be safe, be well, take care of each other. Please get vaccinated while you still can, if you can. Because we don't know, at least here in the States, we don't know how long that's going to last. Thank you, as always, to our patrons who help pay for things like Restream so we can stream and talk to each other on different platforms. Don't forget to check out Retro Dogfight, my new podcast about old flight sims. The latest episode is out now, which covers F-19 Stealth Fighter, one of my all-time favorites. And don't forget to wear a helmet. We'll see you back here tomorrow.